What's up YouTube, it's Banks here. I've got quite a few things to talk about, but most importantly of all is the new Mob of the Dead release today Easter egg. It's just been completed. Well, it was completed a couple of hours ago. According to Twitter, according to YouTube, I was the first, along with Mr. Evil 360, TDK Ghost, and XII Robbo IIX. These are three of my good friends who I play with a lot. We did transit Easter eggs, die-rise Easter eggs all together. I was officially first for transit. Die-rise I was about 10-15 minutes behind Liam FT Winter. I wasn't watching his stream, we figured it out all on our own, we just didn't get there quick enough. But yeah, it's an awesome map. Really love it. A lot of new features, new weapons, new perks, new bosses, so many things to do. Still so much that hasn't been fully explored just because of the size of the map. I put my tweet out at, I think it was 127. Everybody started playing the map around 11 AM. This is my time over here, so enough time for everybody to get the maps downloaded, and then we started the game. First try, we got it done. So I'm going to walk you through it in this video. I've cut the video down, it is quite a long video, but it shows some of the perks, it shows the dog, which everyone was wondering what the hell's going on with this dog. Shows some of the weapons. There's some awesome things in here, so stay tuned for the rest of this video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. I'm going to be posting some high rank gameplays. I've just got my Elgato capture card, so I now have HD content. I am streaming on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/lbankl. I will be putting that in the description, and I will also feature the players' YouTube channels if they have them. I know Mr. Evil's got one. I'll have to check with TDK Ghost, who's a brilliant basketball player professionally as well. So he's just gone off to training. He had to rush straight off after this. We ended up finishing on round 29, I believe, and I believe King Jack suited on his first go, got 31, along with Christian R87, and who was the other person? That guy who camps. He was on the 4-player leaderboards. I think Relaxing End may have been in there, but if they had a host migration, which could have been Relaxing End, then that's why he's left. So, as you saw at the start of this, we started in this new Afterlife mode. You use this to gain access to portals, to turn power on. Where I just looked there with the gun, that is one of the spots where the Warden's key spawns, but unfortunately it's not on this map, so we were a little bit confused. Oh, I've only seen it in one place, where does it spawn? But we get to it. Yeah, so we're going to wrap up some points. This Afterlife mode opens up certain doors that you can only access in Afterlife mode, but we do have to spend quite a lot of money to get around the map with some 2,000 doors. Well, it's quite a few 2,000 doors, some 1,000 doors. And on this one we was exploring the map, we didn't have a clue where we was going. You can actually get to judge for around 5,000, I think it is. I had a game with solo after. So these little power panels here, as you just saw, just drop to the floor. You use those to go into Afterlife. It doesn't count as a down. And then you will find a portal like this. There's an arrow pointing up. You use A to levitate, so I jumped up there. You have to jump up again, turn round. Oh, I didn't know this straight away, but turn round and there is another jump 180 degrees behind you. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, there's a little life bar. If that fills, If that empties, there's the power there that you've got to turn off. I just got Mr. Evil to revive me there, because that bar was emptying, and when it empties you go down, and then it does officially count as a down. So you don't have that much time, but you've got enough time to get to where you need to go and do what you need to do. Through this door here, you will see in a second, there is a washing machine, or a laundry machine, or whatever you want to call it. Inside there is one of the parts for the plane. Now there is 5 parts to collect for this plane. You put all these 5 parts together, and then you fly the plane away. Well, the plane flies away and you board it. As you can see, you might have just caught a glimpse there. There is a padlock on it that requires the warden's key, which I will be heading off to go and find in another clip in a little bit. At the moment, we are still just looking around, seeing what's around, seeing what weapons. Here's the afterlife switch in this room to enter afterlife mode, and there you go. It requires the laundry kit, the warden's kit. That boy in on the wall said something about the laundry in the machine is not clean, or something like that. Sorry for not quoting that straight off. So that's one of the parts. Down there at the end of the hallway is where they're going to find the warden's key to get into that part. So there, you just saw there up the top, the warden's key is hanging. So I'm going to set myself into afterlife mode, and then I'm going to jump up through the portal, which is just above my head there, and I'm going to hold right trigger to shock this machine, basically overload it, blow it up, and it drops the key down. And my friend Robbo has just picked up this key. I'm just having a quick look around and see if there's anything else I can turn on, which there is. There's a power up in this cell here. You do find, I think there's 4 cells, maybe 5, with power ups that I've seen. It holds a random power up, and you can open them just as you can open anything else. So now we've got the warden's key, we are going to head back to the laundry, the washing machine in the laundry room, and we're going to go and get the first part.
I'll catch up with you later, mate. Where are you guys going?
So you just hold X on the door to open it. It will require you to go into afterlife mode with the spot up there that we saw about a minute ago. So my friend's going to go and head off into afterlife mode, and he's going to go and hold that power switch in the laundry room. Ah, Brutus. Ray guns and death machines and the blundergat absolutely annihilating anything else, and it will one hit you and you will go bright red. So if a zombie just catches you on the side, then you're down. He's very powerful. That looked like it killed him. It didn't affect him. He was still around, and somebody did take him out just after that. You use the ray gun. It only takes a couple of bullets to take him out. First he loses his hat, and then you have to carry on shooting him in his head, and he'll die. And he drops a power up. It's a random power up every time. So we turn the power on, hold X to activate the washing machine. So the washing machine spins round, and it's a jacket or some sheets or something that's left in the washing machine. And as with all the parts, it goes up in a globe saying here's one of the parts, pick it up. So we just wait for the cycle to finish, just like you would in real life, you actually have to wait for the washing machine to finish.
Sorry, Bank.
Trying to save a caller there on instant kill.
There's one here coming down the quite slow.
So there we go. We have the first part. Now you assemble the roof. You assemble the roof. You assemble the plane on a ramp on the roof. This is one of the second parts. My friend Mr. Evil is going to go down. He's going to press that power, and as you run down this spiral staircase, you'll see it in a minute because I'll go into afterlife mode just to show everyone. But on these panels, as you go down on the left, just there, these metal panel things, there is numbers. And when you get down to the bottom, you right click until you hit these numbers. Combination for our game was 634, and as you saw the lift just go down there, it's got the part in. So you run down the stairs, whoever's in the afterlife mode, and you see the 6, the 3, and the 4, and then you just right click, and you have 60 seconds to go, oh my god, where is it? Where did the lift go? How did we get there? And it's actually just downstairs, round the corner, turn to the left, and that's where you will find the part. And TDK goes down there and grabs it now for us. So off we go and get the second part.
How do you go to the bottom?
It is such a huge map, so confusing on your first try. You just like we've got into the second building without even realise it. Soon you will see a gondola, and it leads you to the other building. This is the third part in here. I'll be back to this in a second. We got stuck doing this the first time. We actually got trapped in there. There's a little sign on the wall outside saying 2 is better than 1. You might get a better screenshot of that in a second. Which basically means that you want 2 people in there, because as soon as you go in there, you get trapped in the door, so you need somebody to open the door back up for you. But yeah, this gondola now up here will take you back over to the original first building, and yeah, it's just a massive map. It's huge, but it's an awesome map. Here's another afterlife trap just there. Called, you turn the gondola on by doing this. As soon as you turn things on, they stay on. Brutus can turn things off. He runs up and he smashes things. You can turn perks off, you can turn boxes off, and you have to pay 2,000 to open them again. There is an achievement for letting him destroy everything, every perk, and you run him around, you take him to the perks, you take him to the mystery box, you let him destroy everything, and then obviously you have to pay 2,000 for every item to turn it all back on.
Come on, let's go, Robo. Robo, let's go.
But obviously you only have to do that once, like once for the achievement, and then after that you need to kill him as quick as possible, because he is a pain in the bum. So we're just waiting for Robbo, who's deciding to be a little bit of a kill whore here, and we're like, Robbo, come on, get on the gondola, come on, you're going, Robbo. He just didn't want to listen. So anyway, we now have 2 parts. I believe we're going to take these to the roof now. I can't remember how I edited this. We're going to take the 2 parts to the roof, and the roof is, the easiest way to find the roof is to find this electric cherry machine, which is an awesome new perk, by the way, but I'll get back to that in a second. Turn right, which is the only way to go. Turn left, open the door, and immediately left. It's not that way, it's left here. Turn to the right. There is a portal there at that door for you to open at the next room, but we've already done this. We're just trying to make some crawlers to get to the roof, because we don't have any idea what's ahead of us at the moment. There's just so much on this map. Things are just jumping out of you from every corner, and it's just a whole new mechanic to it, but it's it's really entertaining. I've really enjoyed it for the last couple of hours I've been playing it, and I look forward to playing it some more. Robbo just picked up another part there. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but now that it's three parts to the plane that we have. So
Oh yeah, look at this. I got put all the
crafting
pipes
just
up here.
like you would with
Yeah.
turbines and riot shields and any other craftables that we've had before.
Oh my god. It's a
So that's
plane.
three parts down,
One more part. Who's got that first part?
and we're gonna go back to
Hey
the docks
Robo,
for
you've
the
got a
other
part.
part.
You've got a part, Robo. Come here. Put it on. Put it
So
on.
me and Ethan are in here now.
Yeah, I've just done it.
He's gonna down himself. He's gonna zap the power, so I can go in there, grab the part, and as soon as I grab that part, I'm locked in the room. Now this is what somebody did before, and because there was only one of them in there, we couldn't do anything about it. So I'm telling him, go and zap that power there, and it'll open up the door. So you do need two people to have afterlife to be able to get this part. You only get one a round, and you get a fresh one every round that you respawn. So that's the fourth part collected, and we will head off to the roof and stick it on, and the warden's office, where the fifth part is. Now, the warden's office is a bit of a hard one. It took us a while, and I missed one of the clips out. But luckily, it's not too important because I showed you the most important one in just a couple of minutes. The plan's nearly finished, so we're starting to get a little bit excited, thinking, is it really this simple? Do we really just need to find a way to open this last part? Because we know where this last part is, we just haven't figured out how to get it yet. Just on the left there, I just went past it, it was Deadshot Daiquiri. Deadshot Daiquiri is back. I used to love that perk, especially on Moon. I love my headshots, and before I reset my stats, I had 580,000 kills, and 420,000 of those were headshots. I had an awesome headshot ratio. I just love headshots. Transit, I'd have the DSR to the very high round. Look at that, it's a death machine. I just got a death
Over here
machine
too.
out of
This
the
one too.
box. How awesome is that? What more could you possibly ask for?
Evil, do this one too.
Everybody loves getting the death machine as a drop back on Moon and back on all the old Black Ops 1 maps, and I've just pulled a death machine out of the box. It's awesome. It gets 500 bullets, I believe. You run like a really fat person when you're holding it, but obviously you don't need to hold it out. You group up your zombies, holding up your singles, holding up your secondary weapon, and then you just whip out the death machine and just spray them down. So yeah, we've got death machine in the box. Robbo just behind me has just pulled out the blunder gap. It does get pack a punched, and it does get acid gap kit or something like that. It's a buildable. You find 3 parts around the map, and then you upgrade the blunder gap. So he had it pack a punched, he had double tap, and he had the acid kit on it, and you get 175 bullets, and it takes out a wave at a time, near enough, something like that. It does absolutely annihilate the other zombies. Unfortunately, I didn't record a clip of it. I actually deleted the end of the film. This is the warden's room. Robbo has jumped up into that portal just there. Follow it round to the right, and there is a power switch to open this door in front of us.
Yeah, there is.
So I'm waiting for him to come down, revive him, yeah, so he can just carry on with what he's doing. This is the last part. Now this door is surrounded by electric. We don't know what to do. What's going on? Why is there electric around this door? How do we turn it off? Struggled for a little bit. We probably spent about 20 minutes, half an hour on this bit. Just between, I think it was about 12 and 14 rounds. We were sat there thinking,
says
how
that
to
too.
do this. And then in a minute you'll see Mr. Evil just here, and these, or possibly the generators on the wall, I can't exactly remember which ones we did, but just go into afterlife mode and shock the
I
hell
bet
out
there
of
was
them.
some more upstairs though.
And
I
he's
saw some more
actually
upstairs.
blown up the power or done something to the power, and we get a bright light, and we hear I think it's Al that says it. He says something about completing the step or something like that. You hear it now and then.
I've done it.
Yeah, took to around 14, between 12 and 14. So yeah, you zap the hell out of these generator machines, and that's it. Power's done. And now, if you go back to the warden's office, you can just hold X to open the door, which is the clip that I actually deleted by accident. So then you go and take your last part up to the plane, build it, and it says hold X to activate flight pattern, and then hold X to board. We did say wait till the end of the round, but Mr. Evil got on it. It made some crazy noise, like oh my god, it's going to take off. So everybody just tried to jump on it. Two of us got on it.
How the fuck do we get up though? How do we
Me
get
and
up?
Evil managed to get on it. Luckily, I needed to get on it because I wanted the achievement to shovel. But yeah, we've got on the plane. It's taking off. Oh no, we forgot our two friends.
I can't.
But what's in store for us? So, as you can see, we're flying around, and there's the Golden Gate Bridge in front of us. We crash land, as we've heard, and boom, 75G achievement. No one escapes alive. And behind us, we have the Pack-a-Punch. You have to come all the way here just to get the Pack-a-Punch. Now, I'm going to stick my death machine in. Oh my god, you can Pack-a-Punch a death machine. Look at the pattern on that. Isn't that camo on that gun amazing? It's just like lava, fire, same as the mystery box. The mystery box, it looks like it's on fire. It looks like everything belongs to the hellhound that you see. But yeah, there you go. You've got a Pack-a-Punch death machine. It absolutely annihilates the Brutus. You do get two spawn up here on this roof. Two of them spawn. I'm not sure why, and you don't get any drops apart from the ones from him at the beginning of a round, so you're not guaranteed a max ammo. But there is an achievement for surviving one full round on this roof. Now those are electric chairs. We didn't know what was going to happen when we used them, but I was asking Mr. Evil when he did use it, do you keep your perks, do you keep your weapons? He was like, yes, I'm back in the spawn room. So you get back to the spawn room and you've got all your stuff. You just revive yourself just like when you come into the game. So that's how you get away from the Pack-a-Punch. Now to get back to the Pack-a-Punch, you have to play a full round, and when you play the full round, the plane will come back and it'll be on the roof, and all you have to do is run back to the 5 part locations that have been in this video. I will put the timestamps into the description if you need to find out where the parts are again. And there is a fuel can at every one of those parts, so you have to go back, you have to get 5 fuel cans, and then you have to add them to the plane, and you can go back to the Pack-a-Punch. So potentially you can go back to the Pack-a-Punch every 2 rounds. It's very hard to. It's hard. It's not hard. It's a bit of both to survive up here. They come from the left and the right. They don't really come from behind. But you do get out overwhelmed on 4-player. Quickly, just to fit in, the Hellhounds. You have to find 3 of his locations, kill a load of zombies till he disappears, and he will eat the zombies after you've killed them. And you get the combat axes, the tomahawks, and you can throw them at zombies. It kills zombies in 1 or 2 hits, and you can retrieve perks with it. It's called the Hell's Retriever. But here I go down, so that is the end of the video from me. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was a little bit drawn out. Please come along and see me at Twitch and YouTube and sub to me, and I've got to try and put something on this black screen because it's probably a bit boring. But thank you very much for watching. Thanks for any support. And thanks for any subscribers, and I'll speak to you all again soon. See you all later.